Well, this is Robbie Savage then, head of Tamworth at home. Robbie, the big decision wasn't for you, it's for Ryan Inniss ahead of this game. What can you tell us?
I got a phone call off Ryan yesterday stating that he wanted to stay. He's loving his football at the minute. I think the culture we've created is everybody wants to do well for our football club. The nature of the team, I think people know that if you miss a few games, this team can easily go on a winning run of consecutive games. So I think Ryan, with an opportunity to go and play for Trinidad, to be a couple of games away from a World Cup, but for his desire to stay says something about the group we've created and him as a person. He's captain in the side at the minute, so it's a brave decision. I intentionally didn't speak to him much about it because I had to let him make his own decision. He slept on it. Numerous texts and calls from the Trinidad Federation to Ryan over paperwork. But he's decided to stay, and I'm absolutely delighted. It means a lot to me. It means a lot to the group. He's a huge leader. He's been brilliant for me since he's came in. But again, it must have been such a difficult decision for him to decide what to do. The flight was due to go today. He texted me yesterday, I spoke to him, and it's a decision that I'll back. As I said to you on Saturday, Paul, I'll support him in whichever decision he made.
And that must just give the rest of the team a lift as well, because it shows how much it means to him, and that must just give them really something to work with.
Yeah, as I say, it's a big decision for him. If they go and beat Jamaica, and I think they've got another game after that, the win, they could be at the World Cup. But this doesn't rule out his chances. That if they do win, he's been a wonderful player for me. And if they do win, I'm sure that Dwight York, who I spoke to on a number of occasions over the course of the week, if they do get to the World Cup, I don't think that will go against him, because it was such short notice. The 15-day notice wasn't given. And it was such a short space of time. I think that's the 72 hours when the paperwork come in. So I think next time, if it can be done with the 15 days, I think everybody can get sorted and it can be done, in a better way. So I think the short nature of the approach really, wasn't enough time for everybody to get their heads around it. So again, if they do win, and hopefully they do, I know Dwight York as a person, a good friend of mine. I think that if they do get to the World Cup, he will want all his good players available, and Ryan will certainly be one of them.
And the way that Tamworth play, especially with the long throw-ins, they'll provide the sort of aerial assault that Ryan Inniss will be very useful for you with. Yeah,
we need to be better, though, as a group. We've conceded a set piece at the weekend. I've just been analysing it. We're too deep. There wasn't enough people with desire to go and head the ball. So again, we'll have to be on it against Tamworth. It's great to have Ryan with us for that game, and it's great to have another brilliant squad to choose from. There will be changes. The numbers at the weekend were really high, but the squad we've got is more than capable of beating anybody at home.
And actually, is it the Saturday, Tuesdays that you most need that rotation for, because of what you ask of the players and for them to go again so quickly afterwards?
And that's why we've got the squad we have. But we love a Saturday, Tuesday, because our fitness levels, I think, are the best in the league. The nature of the squad we've built, young, dynamic. We've got 22 starters, I've said that, Paul. And the argument is, when you make changes, the squad isn't weaker. So again, we're absolutely delighted with what we've built. Delighted of the attitude of this young group, and you have to be relentless. I keep using that word. Look at the teams in our league, all winning games. At Macclesfield with 109 points, I think myself and John, we accumulated 2.59 points per game in a league season. Well, that's unheard of. I think with 2.05 here, 2 points a game, you would say you'll get your 92 points. It looks like there's 3 or 4, 5 teams might accumulate that, of course, this season because of how everybody's winning games. So, myself and John are averaging 2.44 points per game in a league campaign. That's from Macclesfield and here, which is unheard of. I think you're probably going to need 2.2 points a game to win the league, which is quite frightening because of how everybody's winning games at the top. And if you draw a game right now, you fall behind. So it's a brilliant league. There's some huge teams in it. We were predicted to finish 5th or 6th. We're doing exceptionally well. There's some huge clubs who are relentlessly winning games, and we've got to be one of those.
And I guess more than ever, you've got to cash in at home, haven't you? Is there a little bit of extra pressure when you go back home?
Pressure every time you pull a Forest Green shirt on, with the nature of the football club, with what we've done, with the owner, with myself, and with the players. Again, there's always going to be a hint of jealousy from what we are as a football club and what we do, and with an owner who always backs his manager. There'd be lots of managers who would love to be in a position where the owner backs his managers unbelievably well, and I'm very fortunate to be one of those managers, and hopefully be one of those managers for a long period of time, to reward an owner who gives everything for this football club. So we're looking forward to it. We're excited. I love the Saturday Tuesdays. I love it because I know how fit we are. Tamworth, a very, very good side, a very effective side in what they do, but they can play. Let's make no mistake about that. They've got a very good manager, good staff. They beat us at Macclesfield last year in the FA Cup. They're not as good at home this season, but they've been very good away. So again, we've got to make sure that we're on it, we're ready, which we will be. There's no question about that. The service will be amazing. Bit of rain in the air, be able to play our football, but we've got to be able to defend set pieces, second, third balls. But at home, we can beat anybody. If we play as well as we can, we'll win. If we defend at times like we have set pieces recently, it'll be a tough night.
You've been able to watch them, and obviously, as you said, you competed against them last year in the Cup. How often have you had that opportunity, A, to sort of have that knowledge about a team from previous seasons, but also to be able to go and watch them this season as well?
Well, in my time as a manager, I watched loads and loads of games. I did it at Macclesfield. I went out to games in the week. I'm going to a game tonight to watch Cheltenham. Looking forward to that. I'm sure I'll be welcomed by the fans really well. But again, it's a game of football. I love going and watch Tamworth. I watch all the games on DAZN, on the TV. I watch Southend against Carlisle Saturday night. So I watch everything. Make no mistake about it. My analytical staff watch it as well. We'll come up with a plan. But it's not about the opposition. We know what they're going to do. They've got pace in a full-back area, wide area. They're very aggressive. Every set piece they put into the box. And why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? We've got a long throw also with Knowlesy. When his hand's better, obviously we'll utilise that once again. So again, it's great that I can watch teams, and with the coverage now on DAZN, when every game's on, it's brilliant.
Injuries? Anything new? Anyone returning after Saturday?
No, same squad. It'll be the same squad. It'll be the same 19. There will be changes. There will be changes. I have to protect people. The midfield workload, which my 3 midfielders do. So I need to protect them. I need to rotate them. Centre halves, I need to rotate. Canu obviously has just come back from a broken jaw in 3 places. Do I look at with the aerial threat they're going to pose consistently? Do I need to protect him? But again, he'll want to play. My fullbacks, there's going to be a different test with the amount of workload they put in. And my centre forward. So I'm looking at all aspects of the team, but whatever team I decide to pick will be right for this game. And I will protect some of my players in terms of the workload. But again, we're not weakening. We're not weakening. Arguably, the team I put out against Tamworth, some might say it's stronger. But we're looking forward to it.